Hello, everyone. How are we all this evening? What a time we are living in. Oh, my goodness me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Saturday night, and it's the Psychic Saturday Night Live special edition. What? Full moon, blood moon, eclipse, 999 portal on Tuesday. Yeah, there's just way too much stuff. So welcome, hello to everyone. Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful evening and very power-packed time it's been. This week has been full of wonky, kooky, wonderful energy, just like last week. Lots of stuff, lots of geometric storms happening, lots of energies pummeling the planet here and pushing us to do things we need to do. Yeah, to do the work on ourselves that we need to do, to let go of the things we need to let go of. It's a very powerful time. So welcome to everyone who's joining me here this evening. It's nice to see you. How are we all? You know, it's September now. It is September now, and you can feel the year winding down or doing what it do. And this is a very, very, intense year for all of us. This year and next year are going to be very intense. And we have to be aware of that so that we can prepare for it, like forewarned is forearmed as far as I'm concerned. And as much as I'm not about, preaching that you're not safe down here, because we're eternal beings. We are always going to exist. But we're in the middle of something down here right now that's pretty intense. And so there's a lot of stuff flying around. And whether you're aware of it or not, whether you're paying attention to it or not, doesn't really matter. You're sort of in the middle of a battlefield. So it's important for us to note these things and to be aware of what's going on in energies and how to protect ourselves if we need to, because there might be some stuff coming at us that we need to be, deflecting or reflecting or doing whatever it is. We got a lot of stuff going on. Today, Uranus goes retrograde, which is going to be very noticeable for people because that puts, I think, 4 of our planets in retrograde. It's Uranus, Saturn, Pluto, and what's the other one? Oh, Neptune. Yeah, Neptune's Neptune. Yay. Lots of intense stuff going on. We don't have a whole lot of planets, and so, Mars and Venus don't often go retrograde. Well, they do, but they don't. And yeah, we don't really notice them as much as we could. But the other ones, Mercury, when it shows up to go retrograde, we always notice it, and then, of course, Earth never seems to go retrograde. Well, at least we don't seem to notice that and never talk about that. So that's kind of an interesting fact, but whatever. We wouldn't notice because we're on it, I guess. I don't know. Anywho, yeah. Uranus, today at 12:51 a.m., it went retrograde, and it's there till February. Saturn is there from July 13th till 27th of November. Neptune's there until December 10th from July 4th, and Pluto's been there since May, the 4th of May, and it's there until October. When that shifts, though, that's going to cause a lot of, it's going to alleviate a lot of the stuff that we're feeling. I want to say that. When Pluto goes back into a direct motion, there's a lot of stuff that we've already taken care of, and it's kind of not necessarily on our plate at that time. It's really actually a very good thing. But we have this wonderful blood moon tomorrow that is being called a blood moon. I'm not entirely sure why, because next month is typically the blood moon. But there is something going on with this one. I can't recall at the moment what it is, but so forgive me. I got a lot of other things running through my head. I was trying to remember all kinds of stuff. Oh, I got stuff to tell you about too. It's really exciting. Anyway, a lot of stuff is going on. And I did look at the Schumann just because I was like, I can feel some stuff happening. Today feels very odd. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that or not, but there's been a lot of interesting energy afloat around today, afoot today. I don't know, maybe it was just me. Could be. Got a lot of stuff going on. So, that could be the case. But I don't think so. Because I read comments and, I see what people are doing, and yeah, I don't think it's just me, but anyway. Okay, so a lot of intensity, right? A lot of stuff going on. And a lot of stuff hitting the planet, so that's pushing us to do the things we need to do, like I was saying. So tomorrow's eclipse, which happens to come at such an auspicious time for us, by the way, is really, really going to push people to do, some of the things that they've been putting off. And it's no better time to do it than tomorrow. I can tell you right now. So eclipses, it's been my experience, and I don't have one here with me now, but I really should have got one. I was going to have one, but if you recall, in the past, I've spoken about eclipses before, and I bring, to the mention, Viewmasters from when we were kids. These Viewmasters, you put the little disc in there, and the picture goes around, and you can click it down and see the next picture, click it down, see the next frame. That's what eclipses are like energetically. That's been my experience. I want to say that. And this is all for entertainment purposes only. But it's been my experience that eclipses seem to act as a reframe or a readjustment in our perspective, and kind of a new situation or a new way to view things, a new perspective and perception. So they're really helpful. And that's why I think we can benefit from them when we use them in the right way, or when we recognize them to be what they are, offering us energetically. So, tomorrow being the first, and they always come in twos, as you know, because they come as solar and lunar eclipses. They always balance out. Everything is male and female. Everything is male and female. Everything is male and female. Balance, polar, duality, the whole thing. Anyway, eclipses offer us wonderful opportunities to not just let go of, but to envision for ourselves a brand new frame, a brand new picture, a brand new experience, a brand new perspective, perception, whatever you want to say, see, or bring about for yourself. And so it's a really powerful time for us to move forward, project into a new frame, or a new, idea or experience or image for yourself, because the energy is perfect and certainly conducive to it. So I want to say right off the bat, tomorrow I'm going to go live, a very special live. We're going to do a 3:00 live, where we're going to do a meditation. Actually, we're going to do a really cool meditation where we do a lot of letting go. Like, you have to keep in mind this window is very important too, because the 999 portal also speaks to letting go and helping us to release things again that no longer serve us, or that have been weighing us down or holding us back, or enslaving us even in some cases, and crippling us. And so it's time to let it go. And this window between the eclipse and the Tuesday, which is the 999 portal, and I get it, it is, again, collective consciousness. We have fed into that calendar date, so it matters, but it's an empowering time for us. Very empowering time. On the heels of course, 2 weeks down the road, rather, we've got the new moon, which is a solar eclipse and the masculine energy. This is all feminine right now. This new, the full moon and the lunar eclipse is feminine energy. So all this stuff matters. Pay attention to it. Pay attention to how you're feeling. You're going to probably notice that you're very emotional the last couple of days. I've noticed a lot of emotion flowing through people, and even myself, just up and down, like fluctuations, and just, and it's not just, it's just because it's because of the energies that we're dealing with. And it's because these are waves. We are all waves of energy. We're constantly moving and fluctuating, ebb and flow, all that stuff. So go with the flow. Go with the flow. That term doesn't necessarily mean do what everybody else is doing. It actually means, supposed to mean, go with the flow of your own energy, right? Go with your own movement, your own momentum, whatever it is that Spirit's even moving you to do. So tomorrow, 3:00, join me on Facebook, and we're going to do a meditation to not just work with the eclipse energies and help us to not just let go of stuff, but to envision something that we're letting go of stuff for. Oftentimes some of the stuff we need to let go of is what's holding us back from receiving what we're needing to receive, or what we want to receive, or what we've been asking for. Manifestations, your dreams, your wishes, all that stuff. So might as well clear it all out. Get rid of it. And if you've been holding back and holding off, there is no better time than the present. So tomorrow, 3:00, we're going to do meditation to do all that. It'll be nice, short and sweet, but it'll be very, very powerful. And you'll be really glad and grateful that you did join. Absolutely. Also, a little bit of housekeeping before we begin. 2 really cool things, actually. Oh, one extremely cool thing I'm super stoked about, but the other I'm also very excited about. So tonight we're going to do, of course, our brick, as we always do. And, our tarot, our mind, body, and spirit, as we always do. The brick, like we always do. And tonight, Spirit was telling me, just feel it out today. And I'm like, oh, that's great. I got like 50 decks. Where am I going to go? Well, I've done a bunch already, obviously. So we've got a little pile of those that we've already taken care of. But I'm like, nonetheless, we have a whole bunch of other decks here. Where do we go? So I'm thinking I'm going to continue with the Abraham, and we will. And because everybody wants it, everybody needs it, and it's sort of a resource we absolutely can use and require down here anyway, we're going to do money and the law of attraction. Abraham. Love these cards. These are really, really good. Money and the law of attraction. Let's face it. Money is an energy. It's a neutral energy until you hold it and decide what you're doing with it. Money is not evil of itself. The love of money, above all else, is evil, right? Like if you love money before you love, or above anything else you love in your life or world, you've got a problem, and money is it. But if you appreciate money, money's going to appreciate you too. If you have a recognition that the energy of money is the intention you put into it, and that good people can use it for a lot of good stuff, and a lot of it out there being used for really good things and divine purposes. Yeah, as a divine source and as a source of the divine, money is a wonderful thing. So don't be shy, if you need more money, because let's face it, inflation, I don't know what you want to call it, COVID, I don't know what, but the last 5 years have certainly driven prices up, and people are like, they're seeing it, they're noticing it. I myself am noticing it in the grocery stores, and I'm noticing with what used to be this price is now this price, and you're like, wow. So money's a good thing. It's how we look at it. Actually, you can check out my YouTube channel and find the free flowing currents of currency experience, because that's all about money too, and how you view it, how you feel about it, because that's really what's going on. Everything's vibration. It's all about what you think and how you feel about it, and what you put out to the universe. So, but here's the other thing we're going to do tonight. We're going to do two extra cards. So not just the money and the law of attraction cards by Abraham, but we have a really cool deal happening right now. We're offering something that we've never offered before. We have a series. I have a series called Get Your Goddess On. And it is really cool, actually. It is 36 meditations, 36 goddesses, all different goddesses. Everyone from Egyptian goddesses to Celtic goddesses, Greek goddesses. I don't know if we did native, ascended. I don't think I did Roman, but I did do African, Polynesian, and ancient goddesses. There's like eight months worth of meditation, 36 meditations, not 8 months. Well, we did them on a weekly thing. But anyway, point is 36 months. For whatever reason, the goddess energy is very, very strong right now. She's really, really pushing people to get in touch with your feminine. And I have to say, I think the divine feminine is definitely needed in the world today, because what we have going on now is incredibly not balanced in the divine feminine or divine masculine. So we need a definite tip off towards the divine feminine, a little more compassion, a little more love, a whole lot more love, a whole lot more of everything, and a whole bunch more magic. We're going to make some magic happen. So, the goddess is really, really pushing people to really get in touch with that part of yourself, and to really try to live that, because that's the world we need right now. We've got way too much of the other stuff going on, and we need to balance it all out. So that being said, we put the Get Your Goddess series on, Get Your Goddess On series on sale. Well, for a really good price, actually, $3.33. Gotta love that. And you can buy it through PayPal, which means you probably can get a little deal on like an opportunity to put it on payment plan or something like that. But anyway, very, very cool. 36, that's less than $10 a meditation. And they are really, really good. They get you in touch with these goddesses. And the goddess energy is really all about you. It's about you. Every aspect, everything is about us. Everything. Archangels, angels, ascended masters, goddesses, gods, everybody. It's all about us, who we are. They're all aspects of our being, who we can be, who we are designed to be, multi-dimensional, multifaceted beings. Anyway, so we're going to do an extra card from the for your Get Your Goddess On series, but the Goddess Guidance cards from Doreen Virtue, because they're really great cards and we just love them. So, yeah. So, it's really big time. With the 999 portal, I got to tell you, I'm super stoked. Okay, so for like 6 months now, I have been working on a program. I have never done a program like this before, ever. And I have been putting out programs now for 13 years. I have like 18 different programs out there, all different kinds of programs to cater to all kinds of different needs or wants or whatever you want, right? But this one's different. this is the Live Free Sovereignty Trifecta. And I've been talking about it a little bit here and there, and, you know, plant some seeds here and there. But for some reason, as much as I wanted to bring it out in June, and I wanted to bring it out in July, and I wanted to bring it out in August, Spirit was like, timing's not right. Spirit's like, you got to wait. And I'm like, okay. And I can't move if Spirit doesn't let me move. If Spirit, you know, holds me back or tells me it's not time, then I got nothing. When I sit down at the computer or I sit down to do whatever work I'm supposed to do, I got nothing. I can't move. I can't do nothing. And it's not a bad thing. It's about timing. And just because I want to put it out doesn't mean that it's the right time to put it out. So I've understood that, and I recognize now where that, you know, that timing factor has come in. So the 999 portal is going to launch our first part. Now, this program is a 3-part program. It's mind, body, and soul, spirit, soul. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So the mind part, actually the mind module, speaks to the spell that was cast upon us. The body part speaks to the physical enslavement we've experienced down here. And of course the soul, spirit soul, speaks to what happened to our souls and how we got stuck here, how we got trapped and enslaved in this experience. And so it's really, really cool. And part of what I understand now is that I'm supposed to bring it out in 3 parts. So the first part, so that people can digest it and be able to absorb it, because it's a lot of material and it's a lot of truth. And a lot of people don't know this kind of truth. And we're going to take a little bit to digest this truth, because this is the truth. This is what really happened to us. This is how we got to be where we are and how we're going to get out of where we are and what happened to us. So it's a really, really awesome program, the Live Free Sovereignty Trifecta. I'm so super stoked about it. It's an emancipation experience. Emancipation experience. You know what emancipation means? Freedom from slavery. So 999 portal, we're going to launch the first part. I'm going to give it to you in segments. And that way it's not only digestible, but it's also affordable for people. And so the first one, and I'm going to tell you, I can't even believe this is happening, but anyway. So for the first module, we're going to bring it out as the mind, which is breaking the spell and, really liberating yourself. Because once you wake up from the spell that was cast and when you see what happened to us and how they've, how it's been worked out, that right there is incredibly liberating in and of itself. And it's a lot to digest. But then the next part's going to come out at the beginning of October. I have to go to a conference in September, at the end rather, here of the month. And it's going to actually help me finalize that one chapter. So the body part comes out in the beginning of October. And beautifully, divinely planned, just like I said, because you can't make this shit up, folks. The final part where you're able to liberate your soul and understand what happened there and how to reclaim through the teachings of Keylontic science and things like that is going to be launched for Halloween, which is, of course, exactly what we need. Exactly what we need in the time we need it, because that's actually one of the most powerful times of the year for us to reclaim our sovereignty and our souls. Because it's on Halloween that the Exodus happens. And all the souls that have been trapped in this prison matrix crap, they recycle. That's what happens every Halloween. A giant exodus of souls. All the souls that have crossed over in the last year and a bit all kind of gather up. Everybody does this thing, and it's been my experience anyway. Other mediums might tell you other things. I don't know, but I can tell you for the last 25 years that I've been paying attention consciously, that's what I've noticed. It's amazing. And since 2012, the veil has not been nearly as thick as it used to be. And it doesn't get as thick, or it doesn't return to its original thickness, and hasn't since. And actually, since 2019, there's been very little veil. And I would definitely say most mediums would be able to tell you that too. Like there's almost nothing to the veil right now. And since then, it's because we're supposed to know we're eternal. We're supposed to know that we go on, and we're supposed to know what's happened to us and how we can actually recognize that those souls who are there talking to us from beyond whatever veil is left, they're waiting for us to liberate them too. And the only way for us to do it is to liberate ourselves, because we are them in the future and from the past, but ultimately we are them. So it's really, really cool. So this is a blast. I'm telling you, blast out. But on Tuesday, we are going to launch this beautiful Live Free Emancipation Experience, the mind, body, and soul sovereignty trifecta. And if you get it in the first 24 hours, you get that first module for only $99 in favor of this whole 999 portal. $99. $99.99. No, $99 straight up. It's all good. Who cares for the 99 cents? Yeah, $99. So, but I can tell you within 24 hours only, because after that it's going to go up to its original price, which is $223. So that's a really good deal. It's a really good deal. But I can tell you what you're going to get from this particular program, this module especially, is the most incredible liberation, because you're going to wake up to what happened. You're going to be able to break the spell, and you're going to really find your power. And it comes with all kinds of stuff, a spell breaker's kit and all kinds of really cool rituals and stuff, because it focuses on the magical part. If you don't think for a minute that magic is real, you can think again. The reason that you are encouraged to believe that it's fiction or that it's not real is because the powers that were, because they don't be any longer, the powers that were want you to believe that there's nothing to it, because that's what they're using against you. And if you for a minute begin to believe that you have power like they do to work that against them, they're done. And that's why they don't want you to believe that magic is real. But I can tell you, you can make magic happen, because we do it every day. Every single day you get up and you make an intention about your day, and what happens is you experience that intention. It's magic. That's what magic's all about. So, really, really cool, because that's the first step. The first step to freeing yourself is to wake up, break the spell, and recognize what was done to you and how you can undo what they did. So, $99 for that whole 24 hours of the 999 portal day. And after that, it's going to go up to $223. But I can tell you, incredible power. Incredible power that you have just by emancipating yourself. So watch for it, folks. It's coming out. And I mean, I'm telling you, it's remarkable. The second part, the body, though, that's where we really extract ourselves. And that's the part that really kicks them where it counts. Because when you take yourself out of their matrix, they don't have you as a pawn to play with any longer. That they don't want. Because you're the pawn in their game. So yeah. All right. This is a very empowering time. I'm telling you right now, this year and next year, this is the turning point. This is what we came here for, folks. Like all of the years before now, yeah, they were great, wonderful. We had families and kids and did all this stuff. Yeah. This is what you're here for. This is what every single body is here for right now on this planet. This event that's happening and unfolding. And it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. It hasn't happened overnight yet. It's taken a number of years, and it will take a number of years more. But I can tell you it's going to be remarkable, because we win. In the future timeline, which I've seen, we win. Comes out in a multiple different ways, because we have this pick your own ending kind of book going on. But we do end up on the right side of light, which is so empowering, because right now, when we look around, it doesn't look that good. I know, I see it, I watch. Break the cards. Five of Wands. Five of Wands all about what? Confrontation, competition, stuff like that, right? Holding your own. But the Empress is all about creativity. Birthing a new life for ourselves, right? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hello to all of you. So nice to see you. Thank you. Oh, look, I dropped one. That doesn't happen very often, so we need to see what this one is. Oh, look, it's the Five of Cups. That's the second five. The first one was the Five of Wands, wasn't it? The Five of Cups talks about all those things that, yeah, a little bit disappointing to us, right? Like maybe when you look around and see what's going on in the world, not very encouraging to a lot of people. But you know what? You got to look for the right things, because there's a lot of really good stuff happening and a lot of beautiful things unfolding for people, and a lot of amazing stuff to be seen and to be witnessed and to be acknowledged. You know, it's absolutely amazing. So, two major cards, the Sun and the Empress, giving birth to a brand new life for yourself to experience, enjoy, and love, and have a really good time with, grow with. And the Sun card, all about radiance, shining, you know, being a bright light. That's what we need right now in this time, especially this time. All right, so we have the Five of Cups. We're still going to put these cards. There we go. This time for real. One, mind, body, and soul. Like, what is going on? But here we have it. We're going to leave that there. Spirit says pick another card. Wow, we are like loading up tonight. Oh, that's why. Figures. All right. Oh, I'm going to put those there like that and make a nice little thing here. So in our mind space today, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles. This is a card. Now, Pentacles are all about, you know, things we value, being in a physical space, a grounded experience for ourselves. Six of Pentacles to me is about divine compensation. This is a lot about money too, right? This is where you get back what you've put out there. So the thoughts that you think are going to be generating, you know, responses that are exactly like the thoughts you've been thinking. You get what you give, you know? And divine compensation comes in many ways, right? And it depends on how you're viewing it, how you put it out there as to how you receive it. So just know that this is a really awesome card because right now we have an opportunity, as I said, with all of these wonderful energies floating around, to really think about the things that we want to let go of, because that divine compensation comes in that way too. When you let go of stuff, you are divinely compensated for it, because there's always going to be a balance made, right? And if you let go of something that doesn't serve you any longer, then what you get is actually something that does. That's just how it works. It's just how it works. It's in favor of, because your intention is to release something, right? That is, again, not helpful. So, beautiful time for this card in particular. The Six of Pentacles is, again, one of my, you know, my favorite cards, because that divine compensation teaches people, you know, to get excited about the things that can come for you, because that's how you attract the good stuff. That's what Murphy's Law is all about. Okay, Ace of Wands comes in the body space. The body space. Initiation. We're all being upgraded, by the way. This whole eclipse thing, the 999 portal, like, and all the energies hitting the planet right now, everybody's being upgraded. Everybody is being upgraded. Whether you feel it, know it, or like it or don't. It doesn't really matter, because we're all having. Because you know what? We're on an ascension timeline where as multiple timelines are actually playing out towards the same convergence and outcome eventually, we're all being initiated. We're leaving behind some of those lower vibrations and some of those lower densities, because that's not where we're meant to be anymore. And the more light you hold, the easier it is for you to do that, to elevate. Because you're talking about truth, you're talking about light, and you're talking about energy and consciousness, right? Boom, up you come. From a frequency that's low to a higher vibration and a higher frequency. So initiation, that's what we're doing. That's exactly what we're doing. And by the way, apparently from what my guides are saying right now, a lot of us are actually going to have DNA upgrades, which is really cool, because that means your 2-strand is working its way back to 12 strands, because we're all equipped for that. But you see, we've been hobbled. And so the fusion that's going to happen with the next, you know, with these next lunar experiences and whatnot, is actually going to help a lot of people bring back that beautiful 12-strand, DNA. King of Swords comes in also as that one that fell, besides the Five of Cups. But the King of Swords is a card of intellect, okay? So it's also telling you, keep your thoughts in the right space. And as you are upgraded, know that. Act like it. You are in a different space. You're in a different place, and you're at an elevated space you've never been at before. And you might feel it, might not. But if you believe it and you think it, you know, has happened, and you just go with the assumption, the law of assumption, right? If you follow the teachings of Neville Goddard, he teaches about the law of assumption, to assume something. See, that's interesting, right? Because the law of assumption teaches us to assume things have already happened. And yet one of those, you know, very famous sayings we have that we were all taught growing up was, never assume anything. It makes an ass of you and me. I know, at least I was taught that growing up by my English father. I can tell you honestly, I've heard a lot of different things about things like the different sayings like that we all buy into. And you know what? Again, collective consciousness buys into it, and we believe it. If that's the case, then how does the law of assumption work? I wonder if that's one of those disabling features they implemented into our language, which you'll learn about in the mind module of the Live Free Emancipation Experience. Because if you don't know where they got you with the language, you don't know how to undo what was done. So, very, very cool. All right, in spirit, and as spirit comes in, what do we have? The moon, the moon, the moon. All about the phases of the moon too, by the way. See that? See that? You got Cerberus there. Cerberus is the three-faced, three-headed dog. Guarded the gates of the underworld, I believe. You've got a crab down there. Speaks to water. All kinds of emotion by the water there. And there she is, that triple moon goddess. 3 faces. All about the phases, right? Phases. Full, new, and waxing or waning. Always. So this is actually Spirit's way of saying, we're with you. The moon is going to be doing some funky stuff to you, but it's okay, because we're with you. Just follow, go with the flow, make some magic happen, and allow yourself to go, and let go. Just let go, really. Let go of whatever. Go with whatever is coming to you in terms of, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to let go of this, it doesn't matter. It could be friends, it could be a job, it could be a habit, it could be part of your wardrobe, it could be, a bunch of stuff you're cleaning out from a cupboard. It doesn't matter what it is. If you've been holding off or holding back, waiting, procrastinating, whatever, now's the time. I can tell you, I've got a whole bunch of stuff I'm going to be pitching because I'm done with it. Inside and outside. And I can tell you, the stuff inside, I am truly done with. And this is a great time for us to let go of all those thoughts, all those things that just don't serve us any longer. They just don't. So, powerful, powerful time. Okay, we're going to shuffle the brick and see what comes down because that's the way we do it. This is the can't make this shit up card. So we'll see what it has to say tonight. No sense checking Rebecca here. All right, let's have a boo. 1, 2, 3. One more time. All right. And then we're going to pull those other cards. Okay. This one. This is a really good card for tomorrow, too, by the way, I will say. Return to the inner temple. Beautiful card. Today, I rediscover my inner self in sacred silence. This is the inner temple in which I am able to calmly study the lessons life has provided me. Here, I regain my sense of tranquility. I retrieve my trust in the universe. Bathed in the light of my inner temple, I now remember the value of each and every step of my life. This actually reminded me of something. Tomorrow's meditation that we're going to do has a lot to do with trust. A lot to do with trust. Letting go and trusting the universe. That's challenging for people. I'll tell you right now, especially since it's such a poop show out there. People have a hard time believing that good stuff is going to come to them or come for them or come to anybody or at all because of some of the stuff that people are seeing. It's okay. When we return to the inner temple, and that's what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to go inside and we're going to just totally reaffirm, right? Keep our faith, hold the vision, trust the process. Return to the inner temple. Okay, I hope you can join me at 3 o'clock tomorrow. All right. Now, like promised, the Abraham cards. Gotta love Abraham. Listen to those audios. Have you checked them out? Because I'm telling you, they're really, really good. Okay. Shuffle twice, Merlin says. All right. Have it your way. Pretty much always has it his way. I have to say. For about 13 years now, he's pretty much guided everything. And I can't say I've been disappointed. Always been surprised, always delighted, always amazed, but very, very positively never disappointed. Okay, here we go. How many? Just the one? Because we're picking a goddess. Okay. Oh, all right, fine, pick 2. We're going to have 2 tonight, folks. Wow, you guys are in luck. All right, 1 and 2. Remember, money, right, is energy. Can come to you. The only reason things don't come to you is because maybe there's a block there. Maybe it's one of those things you've got to let go of in order for that to be opened up so you can receive. So here we go. This one here. See that one? My financial success does not require hard work. It does not require hard work. If you believe that you must work hard in order to deserve the money that comes to you, then money cannot come to you unless you do work hard. Financial success or any other kind of success does not require hard work. It does require, alignment of thought. You simply cannot offer negative thought about things that you desire and then make up for it with action or hard work. When you learn to direct your own thoughts, you will discover the true leverage of energy alignment. Wow, what an awesome card. That applies to everything, not just money, not just finances. We are each responsible for the thoughts we think. Yeah. Ain't nobody else thinking those thoughts for you, and they ain't putting them in your head. So the question is, are you thinking your thoughts or your thoughts thinking you? Who's in command of your dialogue there? Here we go. So when you are in alignment with who you really are, you cannot help but uplift those with whom you come into contact. Your value to those around you hinges upon only one thing, your personal alignment with Source. And the only thing you have to give another is an example of that alignment, which others may observe, then desire, and then work to achieve. But you cannot give it to them. Everyone is responsible for the thoughts they think and the things that they choose as their objects of attention. Focus on the good stuff. Make your magic happen. Make your magic happen. Absolutely. We can do that. You know, from what I've seen as I've explored past lives and things like that, not just my own, but other people as I've led them through things, past life regressions, whatnot. And that's what I've also been taught and directed by spirit, by my guides, not just Merlin, but my guides as well. My other guides anyway. There was a time on this planet, and we as human beings were not living like we live today. We were instant manifestors, like instant. You could think a thought and boom, have what you needed right then and there in your hand, because that's who we are. That's how we're designed. That's what we're capable of as divine beings. And then, of course, stuff got in the way. Stuff happened, and then other things got in the way, and then there's this lag in our energy and whatnot because we were coddled, right? So I've taught people often that, you know, like when we get to that place where we have that absolute sureness, right? That surety about us, that confidence and that competence to put it together, a thought out there and absolutely, command its materialization. It can happen. And it can be something like a bag of money falling out of the sky. The only thing you're going to need to worry about is getting out of the way. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of stuff that we can do. But we got to get back to that vibration. We got to get back to that trust. And we have to get back to the knowing of who we really are. And then what happened? So we can reclaim our power, reclaim our sovereignty. Because as sovereign beings, that is how it was that we lived. Exactly. So check it out. I'm telling you, $9.99. You cannot beat that. I can't even believe we're doing that. But anyway, $99. It's going to be awesome. And I'll tell you, what you learn in this particular module is remarkable. It's absolutely remarkable. And then it's just such a segue into the rest of them. So anyway, here we go. We're going to check out the goddesses because Get Your Goddess On is 333 and 36 meditations with 36 goddesses, all different. Every single one of them. And they're amazing women. Beings, females, whatever. Divine feminine aspects of who we are, truly, right? So let's see what goddess has something to say for us tonight, or to us tonight. Should I? Guinevere. Guinevere. Did you know Guinevere has a goddess energy? Yep. Guinevere is a beautiful divine feminine archetype. She's amazing, actually. You may know her as King Arthur's wife, who eventually took off with Sir Lancelot. But it's all good. She speaks to true love, and that was the point. Guinevere, true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. Do you know money is divine love too? Love is many things. Divine love is everything. Everything that you love. Everything that makes you feel good. Everything that you light up with. True love. True love. It's beautiful. Yeah. So let's have a quick boo at the book. See what she says. Romance is not an outmoded concept, far from it. Romance is the time-honored precept of merging with the divine as it's manifest within another human being. Romance is also playfulness, which heralds springtime, flowers, and a new life. Ooh, that could have been like the Empress card we saw. You needn't be in a partnership to evoke romance. However, you can manifest it in yourself through laughter, surrounding yourself with beauty, and indulging in luxurious treats. Romance is the life force of the universe and is a worthwhile goal indeed. Yeah, lots of really cool stuff. Powerful time. And love wins. Just know that, okay? Love always wins. Because fear isn't real. Love is. And when you can dispel that fear by blasting it with real love, yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what we're here for. We transmute the darkness with the love and the light. So join me tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Just after the eclipse, by the way. The eclipse happens at 2:06 p.m. I was trying to work it out that we could be online at that time, but I have a celebration of life to be at, and I'm not missing that. So I'll see you at 3. And yeah, Amazing, right? So blood moon, full moon, eclipse. Amazing time. 999 portal on the Tuesday. Check it out. Six of Pentacles, all about divine compensation. You get back what you give. It's all about the ebb and flow of the energy, right? It's always going to return to you. The Ace of Wands in the physical space is all about initiation. We're all getting upgraded. It's going to be cool. It's going to be awesome. You might feel it. You might not. It's okay. Just drink lots of water anyway. King of Swords says, keep your thoughts straight. Keep your thoughts in the place of sovereignty, right? You are the commander of your experience. And the moon. Can't make that up. Come on. Spirit says, we're with you. Check it all out. Check us all out tomorrow. Tune into the energies, the divine beings that are around us all, because I can tell you there's a lot of stuff going on in the cosmos. A lot of stuff happening in the atmosphere in some really interesting looking clouds. Anyhow, the two Abraham cards, my financial success does not require hard work, and we are each responsible for the thoughts we think. You're not kidding there. I was just talking about it, right? Guinevere in the true love card, and oh yeah, the Five of Cups that fell. Tonight was interesting. We had all these tarot cards, but the Five of Cups, don't worry about the things that disappoint you. You're going to find them. There's a lot of disappointment in life, and that's okay. You know what? It just teaches you what you want, what you like, what you don't. And that's the most important part, is deciding, right? Discerning, all of that stuff. And then being what it is you really feel good being, right? That's what you're here for. So enjoy this incredibly powerful time. Again, Uranus is a planet of extremes. So as it's just going retrograde today, just notice that if there's an intensity to the energy, that's what you're feeling. You know, Neptune is also very powerful in that stuff. And, you know, you just can't get away from it. It's like being at the concert, not hearing the music. Good luck to that. Yeah. Just put it out there, right? Put it out there that you are not as affected by the celestial events as you could be, right? There's a barrier between you and that, but you're going to feel some of it because it has to happen. If you want that upgrade, you're going to have to be willing to receive the energies and be in the energies, right? So yeah, it's all good. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me this evening. It's just such a wonderful time, and I'm so happy to be here. Yay! Psychic Saturday Night Live. And yeah, watch for the Live Free on Tuesday. If you want it for $99, you got to get it in that 24-hour period. So message me right away. You won't be sorry. I'll tell you right now, it is a segue to it's an introduction to the most incredible program, really, that's I think I've ever come up with, actually, to be honest with you. And I've got some real doozies out there. So namaste. Namaste. Go out and make some magic happen. But the light in me honors the light in you. And when you're in that place in you and I'm in that place in me together, we're one. Namaste. Enjoy tomorrow. I'll see you at 3 o'clock and have a good one. Bye now.